How's it hanging, everybody? Today we're talking once again about the Analog Pocket. And we haven't heard a lot about the Analog Pocket lately because there's not been much to talk about. Analog pushed back their shipping window to October 2021, and it is currently August 1st of 2021 as I speak to you and as I upload this video. So we are now, about 2 months away from the projected shipping window of this first round of pre-orders for the Pocket. And that is very exciting, of course, assuming that there's not another delay. And I think if we're being real, there could be another delay because for obvious reasons, part shortages, other current events that I don't think YouTube likes people to talk about. But it is what it is. If it gets delayed, it gets delayed. I would like it to not get delayed, but it is what it is. So with the Pocket, we have all of these wonderful renders of the product. But the problem is, even this late in the game, nearly 2 years after it was announced, several delays, and then 2 months away from the next shipping window that we've been informed of, we still don't have actual video footage of some kind, either promotional footage produced by Analog or footage produced by creators, content creators, people in the media. No one's really demonstrating the Pocket, and I think that's a problem, a little bit of a worrisome thing, because we really need to see this thing in action. It's just been enough time has passed. We've been staring at these beautiful renders for years now, and now it's time to actually see the thing. Now, back in 2019, we did get this Ars Technica article and many others like it. I guess this was the day that the embargo or something was lifted, because everybody seemed to cover this product on the same day. And then we got photos like this. This is Christopher Tabor, CEO and founder of Analog, with his early prototype of the Analog Pocket. This was on, pretty much day one. So day one, we got to see at least a little tiny glimpse of what we can expect the Pocket to look like, the size, the scale, and all of that kind of stuff. And then fast forward a few months, we have this. This is the United States Patent and Trademark Office. And if we look down, we can see there's a specimen here uploaded on December 19th. It's a JPEG. We can look over here to see what the JPEG is, and perhaps that same unit that Christopher was holding, and it's chilling on this wood surface. Pretty cool. At least it's a photo. At least it's a physical manifestation of some kind. And then we have this, which I think got deleted off of Twitter, at least according to this first comment here on Reddit. But this is on Reddit, and this is this little grainy photo of the Analog Pocket sitting in its dock. It is a black variant, and looks pretty slick sitting there. Of course, this is that early model of the Pocket, that early prototype where the buttons are on the right side instead of in the middle. But anyway, with things like the Nintendo Switch OLED model and the Steam Deck, those are two big announcements that have been really dominating the world of handheld gaming and sort of taken the spotlight away for the time being from the Pocket. But those two things did something very different from Analog, and that is that Valve and Nintendo unveiled these products. They were announced to release just mere months from the unveiling date, and they also have hands-on demonstrations with media pretty much right when these things were announced. So right when it was announced, the embargoes were lifted. Everybody publishes their hands-on impressions of the Steam Deck, for example, and everybody knows that this is a real thing. We get to see promotional footage from Valve of people playing the Steam Deck and holding it, and it works. And we hear from members of the media that it's real and it works and it plays Steam games and all kinds of stuff. But with the Pocket, we don't have anything like that. And I think that, it's not how Analog normally does things. If we look back at like the Analog Mega SG or whatever, the Mega SG came out in 2019, I believe. And the day that it came out, it had reviews got published, hands-on reviews pre-reused demonstrations, whatever, all got published right on the release date of the Mega SG and no sooner. So I think that what Analog might do with this unit is they might, put out or give people a review embargo, and people could already have their demo units of the Pocket and are just under review embargo and can't talk about it. But for me, I think that just the sooner the better that we could get something like that. Even if the Analog Pocket is delayed, even if it is delayed, I think that it's time for Analog to come forward and actually show us this thing in action. We need to see the Pocket being put through its paces. We need to see what it's like to dock the Pocket, what that looks like on the TV, what the user interface looks like, what it looks like to pair a Bluetooth controller with the Pocket. We need to see what it looks like with the screen. I mean, this is a handheld. This is not just a box that sits on your TV that ships with another company's controllers. This is all, these are analog face buttons and a D-pad. We need to know how those feel like. We need to just get some sense, either from Analog's own promotional materials or from another member of the media's another member of the media's coverage of this thing. We need to know something about how it works, and we need, of course, to know that there's a finished product that exists, because, again, whether or not it gets delayed, we can only assume that there is a fully functioning finished product that is extremely close to what we're going to get at our doorsteps at this juncture. And so if there is, I can't really imagine why Analog would not want to come forward with that experience and just show people how it works and what it's like. So I know it again, this goes hand in hand with the way things, the way Analog has done things in the past, but at the same time, it's just a little worrisome that we still don't have this, and I'm hopeful that changes. If it doesn't change, then I'm hopeful that, we get this thing in the month of October. If it's delayed, it's really time to step up and show people how this thing works, Analog. I'm just saying. I love you guys. I'm super stoked about the product. Again, I've called it a dream device for me personally. I'm hopeful that my holiday this 2021 will revolve around the Pocket, because I have nephews. They love the Game Boy. I built one of my nephews a custom Game Boy with an IPS screen. He loves it, which is a shock to me, but he actually really loves it. So I can't wait to show this Pocket to my nephews and play games on the TV, pick it up, play handheld. I can't wait to have that experience. And so if it is getting delayed, I hope that Analog will let us know sooner rather than later. It's only 2 months away. If there's a known delay coming, then obviously the sooner we can find out about that, the better. I don't think it does anybody any good to wait until a month before ship date to reveal that there's a delay. So hopefully, if there's a delay, we learn very soon, and hopefully we start to see some hands-on demonstrations of this thing, just to know for sure that it's the real deal and that it exists and there's some working manifestation of it out there. I think it will set everyone's mind at ease. So anyway, guys, thanks for checking me out. I will, of course, be talking more about the Analog Pocket as we approach that release window, or if we hear about any delays, of course, I'll be chatting about that. So hit me with a subscribe and a like if you're down with what I'm covering here, and I'll see you next time.